Yeah, I'm on the love seat, man. Hey, um, just wanted to let y'all know that your relationship issues come from your childhood issues. Your relationship issues come from your parents not doing their job. Anytime you know somebody who chooses to be in toxic relationships, or anytime you have a friend that anytime you got a friend or somebody that you know that you be like, why are they fucking with this person? Why are they with this person? If you got a friend and you don't like who they're with, let's say your friend got a boyfriend and you don't like her boyfriend, and you be like, why she won't leave him? It's because she had a childhood. She had a rough childhood. When somebody's the fuck they doing? When bro, shut the fuck up, bro. What are you? Damn, bro, this neighborhood is so fucking stupid sometimes, bro. Trying to make this video, but yeah. So like, what happens is when you have a friend and their boyfriend is trash, or let's say you got a homie and you're like, why is he with this girl? Everybody in this neighborhood got a loud ass truck. But if you got a homie, you like, why is he with this girl? If you got a homegirl and you like, why is she with this dude? Because her parents failed her. His parents failed him. When you don't have good parents, you don't have good relationships. Point blank period. I don't give a fuck what every other fucking idiot got to say. If you have bad relationships, it's because you had bad parenting. Straight up. Gotta put the blame on these parents, man. Y'all be saying stupid ass shit like, oh well, when do you take the responsibility for yourself, and when do you go to shut the fuck up with that shit? You don't take responsibility for shit. You ain't asked to be born. You ain't asked to be put in this earth. If you have trash relationships, it's because you had trash parents. Straight up. Straight the fuck up, man. Like we done with all this dumb shit, bro. We done with all this dumb shit. We're fucking done, bro. It's time to get logic in the building. It's time to get fucking logic in the building, man. Time to bring logic back into it. Like y'all be out here wondering, like, oh, I wonder why. Because, bro, it's not that fucking hard. When you have good parents, you'll have good relationships. Straight up. It's that simple. It's that simple. Bad relationships equals bad parenting. But you know, they be like, well, Chris, I had both my parents. We lived in the suburbs. I had good parents. So it was just me, bro. It was me. It was me. Well, let me tell you something. That sounds so fucking stupid. How you gonna blame yourself for being a jacked up person? Nah, bro, your parents fucking dropped the ball. Your parents dropped the ball, bro. And let's normalize being okay with that. Y'all put y'all parents on this pedestal. A lot of y'all didn't even have both parents. You grew up in a single household, so you already behind the curve. So we ain't even talk about y'all because it's like if you grew up in a single parent household and you have these fucking hiccups trying to stop me from if you grew up in a single parent household and you have been in toxic relationships or you've been in bad relationships, it's because you were missing something. It's because you got to understand this, bruh. One thing you got to understand is like a mom and a dad, a father and a mother, right? Parents, right? They have to teach you things about the dating game so that you don't get burnt. They have to teach you things about marriage so that you don't get burnt. That is why it is so important for a child to see a mom and a dad be married and live in the same house and love each other so that you can see what it looks like. So that way, when it's time for you to go out into the world and find you a partner or a spouse, you actually know what the fuck you doing. You actually know what the fuck you looking for instead of just going out here all willy-nilly being an idiot and just choosing anybody. You gotta understand, bro. You want to know if somebody had good parents? Look at their relationships. Look at the partners they pick. And if they're a loner or if they don't have any partners because they don't want to be with anybody and they don't trust people and they're super independent, that's another sign that their parents failed them. Y'all gotta start normalizing that, bro. When if your parents failed you, it's okay. All you gotta do now is relearn how to reparent yourself and heal. I don't know, man. Maybe y'all can't hear this shit, man. Maybe y'all can't hear it, but it's like motherfuckers is just. But anyway, yeah, man. Like that is a total sign. Like when you out here in the dating world, when you out here just meeting new people, and they tell you about their past relationships, and they say that their past relationships, where this or that, or the mailman coming today. Hey, mailman come on Saturday. That's lit. Gang gang. But you gotta understand, bro. If people complain about dating, if they're in a bad relationship, if they're in a toxic relationship, if they're in an abusive relationship, or if they're settling to be single, because when you are choosing to be single, you are settling. We're humans. We need a relationship. Stop fucking saying that stupid ass shit. When you decide that you're gonna remain single, you're fucking settling. Who the fuck wanna be 70 and alone? You don't even know what you want from love anymore. I search for something that's open and disappear when I'm bored before. Who better than when who you settling for? Who better for it than the boy, huh? You love me. I love me enough for the both of us. Yes, exactly. Yes. Yes. If they're in an abusive relationship, a toxic relationship, or they're loners, like, bro, you gotta understand their parents failed them. Just because your parents got you food, shelter, and clothing, don't mean that they didn't fail you. Did they listen to you? Were they curious about you? Did they ask you questions, or did they just do the bare minimum to get you out their face? A lot of y'all had parents that did the bare minimum just to get you out their face. And one thing you gotta realize is that right there will do something to you. I'm trying to give y'all the fucking truth, bro. I'm giving y'all the fucking game, bro. Like, y'all be wanting to know why y'all be in these trash relationships or why y'all doing this or that. It's because, bro, you are creating a familiarity that you had to deal with when you were a child. You had a chaotic childhood. Now you finna have chaotic relationships. What you gotta understand, spanking creates a chaotic childhood. Not listening to your children creates a parent wound. So they don't feel like they're good enough to be heard. A lot of y'all it's everything can be traced back to your parents. Why do you overgive? Because you had to give because you felt like you needed to give and prove yourself worthy of your parents' love. Why are you so nonchalant and cold? You had to be nonchalant and cold because your parents didn't give you the love you needed, and so you just figured that you'd be out the way and not need anything so you can make the job easier on your parents. Why are you so emotionally angry and have all these outbursts? Because your parents grew up, or that's what you grew up seeing. So you felt the only way to get your needs met was to yell because that's what you saw, and you adapted. The fuck, man? Like I be like, how do y'all not get this? This is ABC 1, 2, 3. But then y'all want to say stupid shit like, oh well, at some point you gotta take responsibility for your own actions. I mean, you do. People like me, yeah, I had to take responsibility for my own actions and realize where my parents' shortcomings were, and I had to do the work and heal. I had to read the books. I had to go to the seminars. I had to read my Bible. I had to practice. I had to print out worksheets and shit. You feel me? I had to do that shit, bro. I had to do that shit. Instead of me sitting around instead of me sitting around fucking eating Cheetos, beating my meat, and Watching Sex in the City all day, bro, I learned why I kept attracting people that I attracted. You are what you attract. You need to elevate and raise to a higher vibration so you can understand that when you select people that's trash, you have trash inside of you, and you need to get rid of that trash so you can elevate and attract people who are more like you, but they're the elevated version of you. So instead of you being trash, you elevate and then you attract people who are on the same wavelength. It's that easy, bro. If you had if you had, it's that simple. If your relationships are bad, if you are a part of toxic relationships, abusive relationships, if you're struggling in the dating market, or if you even choosing to be in the dating market, or if you're a loner, it's because your parents failed you. And so you need to realize that so you can start your healing journey. You need to realize that so you can um start your healing journey, but you also need to realize that so you can know what it is that you need to fix so that you can be able to move on from any wounds that you may have. Man, I just gave y'all some fucking gems, bro. What? That was a beautiful video. That was a lot right there, y'all. But that's why that is why you have trash relationships.